Hello and welcome again to the analysis of A Silent Song and Other Stories, an anthology of short stories compiled by Godwin Siundu. We are moving on to story number 7, The Truly Married Woman by Abioseh Nicol, all the way from Sierra Leone. If you like this content and you want to receive more of such content, please hit the subscription button so that you can push this channel to the next level. On to it. A truly married woman is a hilarious story. It's a very, very funny story. It will go down as one of my favorites in this anthology. It's a contemporary tale on what it really means to get truly married. That you can spend years and years living with someone, but without formalization, without a wedding, you still be considered unmarried. Story is about Ajayi and Ayo who have lived together for 12 years, but since they have not had a church wedding or some formalization, they consider themselves unmarried. So Abioseh Nicol is trying to bring to the limelight the question of cohabiting versus getting truly married. In a nutshell, Abioseh Nicol is satirizing marriage, saying that yes, a church wedding can be costly, can be involving, but it does not bring with it gratification. Look at this. Consider this. Ajay and Ayo are still not married, but they have spent 12 years living together. In fact, they have 3 children. And Ajay had always postponed this or their prospective marriage. Ajay explains to his friends that Ayo was not really his wife but a mistress. A very good mistress because she had given him 3 children and was pregnant with another. There's a clear contrast that must be addressed. Life before wedding, we look at the life of Ayo and Ajay before wedding or before official formalization of their marriage, and life after the wedding. The contrast must come out very clearly. In other words, the life that Ayo and Ajay live when they are not truly married, and the life after the two are truly married. The author also, Abioseh Nicol, casts some light on parenting, where Ajay beats up his eldest son Oju, who is 10 years old, for wetting his sleeping mat, something Ayo feels he should stop. She tells him, "You beat Oju too much." She reminds Ajay that Oju had not stopped wetting, although he beats him every time he does it. So it points towards parenting, different parenting styles and all that. This Nicol also points towards hypocrisy and pretense. When you put up, you behave artificially, or you are not what you seem to be, are not honest. Ajay is a government clerk, and one day he receives visitors while at work. They are white missionaries, 3 men, who belong to a group called World Gospel Crusading from Minnesota, that is the USA. He had expressed interest in working with them a year ago, and as they were around, they were near his town. The boat had stopped near, that is Ajay's town. They paid him a visit personally. Though Ajay had applied to WGCA, that is the World Crusading, that is World Gospel Crusading from the USA, his true intent was to get free Bibles. So he's not interested in working with them, but to get free Bibles that he could sell or give away freely. So he's not interested in being a missionary. He just applied to get free Bibles. So he invites those 3 missionaries to his house, and pretense also comes out when he tells another clerk secretly to hurry home and warn his wife Ayo that he was going home with 3 white missionaries. So she should prepare. So Ayo sends Oju to buy fruits, drinks or soft drinks, and then she hides magazines and calendars with lightly clothed women and replaces them with religious books and family photographs. This is pretense. She also changes into her Sunday dress and borrows a wedding ring from a neighbor so that they know he's not living with her illegally. that they are truly married. So she borrows a ring from a neighbor. But the bottom line is that Ajay is far from interested in being a missionary. It is this visit by the missionaries that makes Ajay to decide to marry Ayo. Remember, they have lived together for 12 years, but they are not considered truly married because they have not formalized their union. So after the visit by the three white missionaries, Ajay felt that it was time to marry Ayo because for once Ayo had impressed him in front of the white visitor. She had even spoken in English and she was attending women union, women meetings, and so he feels impressed and says he should marry her. They agree on a church wedding, but he's also coupled up by traditional aspects. That night, that night, Ajay tries to pull Ayo closer to him in intimacy, but she says no, that they had to wait until marriage. Ajay had to borrow a lot of money, so the wedding was costly, so he borrowed a lot of money from friends, and he begins to miss his morning cup of tea during the preparation for the wedding. After the marriage, Ajay saw a different Ayo, that is his wife. He saw a different Ayo. Proud Ayo, her long neck, her handsome shoulders. For real, I don't know how handsome shoulders look like, but I guess just like that, handsome. After the marriage, the next morning, our government clerk, Ajay, wakes up and reaches out for his morning cup of tea as usual. Remember, she's been making him this cup of tea for the past 12 years. As he wakes up after marriage and stretches to get his cup of tea, he finds that it's not there. He is shocked and wonders what has happened to Ayo. Is Ayo sick? Turns around and finds that she's still in bed. What had happened to this dutiful wife? But turns out Ayo is not sick. There's nothing wrong with her legs as Ajay is trying to imagine. What has happened is that Ayo is now a truly married woman and she's demanding for some respect. For 12 years, she's been making him his cup of tea. But now they are married and he was now a husband, not a lover. Tells him to get up and make himself a cup of tea. He is now truly married. And in summary, Abioseh Nicol is trying to say that when you get truly married, it does not necessarily guarantee you warmth, happiness, or even care. And that is The Truly Married Woman by Abioseh Nicol. What are the possible cases, situations that you may be asked from this short story? Number one, marriage comes with its own share of problems. Write an essay. Number two, marriage changes Ayo. Write an essay. And then you base your illustrations from Abioseh Nicol's The Truly Married Woman. When you are told to write a story on problems that come with marriage, you focus on the challenges we see on parenting. They disagree because Ajay is beating up his eldest son, Aju, and Ayo is not of the same opinion. Look at that. And then also, Ajay keeps postponing his prospective marriage to his wife. Look at those kind of problems. Look at the neighbor Omo, how she feels jealous. Look at those problems when missionaries visit them and they have to put up a show. Look at the church. The priest say that you should not live with a woman or with a man when you're not you have not had a church wedding. Look at all those problems and then bring them down. Then marriage changes Ayo in the sense that she's now a liberated woman. She's now a truly married woman. She's demanding for space. She's demanding for respect. Something that maybe will not work for Ajay and all that. Thank you so much for listening in, and that is it for The Truly Married Woman. Remember, if you like this content, please subscribe so that we can push this channel to the next level. Until next time, it is bye.